There we are. We're ready to go. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Here we go, something different on this Old Firm day. As I say, we're going to be doing a pre-match Sash Bash. Yes, the tunes are going to be coming in a moment, so yeah, do bear with me, guys. But please do, as always, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, today, of course, we've got the live stream a bit later on. We'll be live at 1 o'clock for that game as well, so looking forward to that, doing sort of watch-along, match reaction and all the rest of it. But look, a big one for Rangers today. Look, it's the biggest game of the season for Rangers. Let's be perfectly honest. So much at stake for the football club. The last game for Rangers to go on and win a piece of silver. Of course, Inverness progressed to the final yesterday. So there's a lot to play for Rangers, and this team better show up. In last Old Firm games, they just haven't been showing up recently, and it's just not gone well. So hopefully the Jazz do show up today, and hopefully they can give a good representation of themselves, because Bill has done all right, apart from last weekend with Aberdeen, but he passed all the tests that he's needed to pass, but he hasn't got an Old Firm win just yet, and a lot of fans will get disgruntled with that. And I can see already someone in the comment chat there, Sean says, I voted for Rangers. I'm not sure we have a chance. This could be the manager's last game. Look, mate, that's not going to happen. Rangers, he's not going to get sacked if Rangers lose, nor do I want him to be sacked. Michael Bill's a very, very good coach. He hasn't got his players in just yet, and the representation of those two players that he signed recently were good for Rangers. So look, let's just see what happens today. I'm pretty confident, actually. I'm not confident. I'm telling a lie, really, but I'm optimistic. I mean, the last two Old Firm games, apart from the final, really, I have not been able to get up for, because the league deficit. The league was over in November. I said that back in November. So I'm pretty buzzing for today. I can't wait for it, as always. And I just hope those players go out there and give a good representation of themselves. Because in the last game, yes, I thought we were the better side, but individual errors, individual mistakes cost us the game that day, and I was super, super disappointed. And as I say, the team news isn't out just yet, but we'll certainly find out what he's going for. There was a lot of rumours going around Twitter last night about Nico Raskin. He is fine, so don't stress about that. He is perfectly okay. I think the big news really is we're waiting on Connor Goldson. He was put through training yesterday. Hopefully he's going to be okay, because if Rangers stand a chance of winning, especially in that back line was ranked rotten at Celtic Park, then Connor Goldson needs to be fit and ready to go. I would even go John Souttar and Connor Goldson, but Connor Goldson and Ben Davies is still pretty good, but Connor Goldson needs to be in that team. If I see Ben Davies and John Souttar, then we're going to be in for a long afternoon. But guys, let's have a little chat, and then I'll get the tunes blaring. In fact, I'll get the tunes on in a second, but I'll have to turn my mic off. But guys, just get your score predictions down there below and stuff like that. Good to see Aldo, mate. You've been here from some day one. He will remember the first old Sash Bashes we used to have back in the day on Pure Football 2. I remember those days during lockdown. Caroline, good to see you. Matt Gunner as well, good to see my man. Yes, guys, we are having a Sash Bash. Tunes are going to be coming in a second. I just wanted to speak to y'all a second, 2 seconds. Let me turn the mic off. Let me get the tunes on, and let's see how it sounds. Right, there we go. See how that goes. 2 seconds. Turn the mic off, and we'll get the tunes going. I'll take some requests as well. I've got quite a decent playbook, so it should be okay. Right, how does that sound? Right, let's see.
Thick hearts were full of
There we go.
the second after it started, and the Rangers they stand up.
Good to see you, Dave. Hope you're all right.
Won't you play off the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play off
The boys in blue. Sorry for my singing.
oh, play off the Glasgow Rangers.
Good to see Louise. Guys, get your score predictions down there in the comment section below, as always.
Ball goes down to water, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear his and Ibrox Park, for the sash my father wore. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox
I need to see that
is
sound.
on the ball. He slips it through the Williewood Farm. Then on for to E. McCall. McCall to Billy Simpson. Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beat the Celtic center half. And then goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jody Young, he takes a free onto the head of
It's half one, guys. Kickoff's half one.
and then goes number 3. Well, it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score.
We have to mark Diogo out of the game.
Rangers beat the Celtic 1.
Rangers 4-3.
Here's a happy new year from our Rock Park. Rangers beat the Celtic 1 more. Here's a happy new year from our Rock Park.
I hope the Rangers win, but if I go with head Celtic will win, sadly, says Malky. He's going for it, man. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. Nah, hopefully. I can't. No, I'm looking forward to this one for sure. I think we. I don't know. It all depends on the defence, man.
When the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town, so I took a trip along just to hear some famous songs. When the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town, I stood there all alone while the boys all down from home sang of Rangers, that team of great.
What do you think about Bill saying that he won't sign players for QPR? Understandable, not in January, but enough time has passed now. Would he also refuse to play players from no, an interesting one there, mate. To be honest with you, as you're saying there, William. Mate, to be fair, I don't. A lot of fans getting sort of frustrated with the sort of championship signings, but at the same time, you know, I don't really care, to be honest. If it's, I don't care if they're championship players. I just feel like some of the players that we've had over the years is, they've kind of come. We've signed them for a lot of money. They've come in. And there's been a lot of hype behind them. You can think of Rabbi Matondo in the summer there was one of those sorts of players. Oh, he played for Schalke, he played for this. And then they don't do anything. However, like your likes of Joe Aribo that come from Charlton, or the likes of Calvin Bassey that come from the Leicester Academy, these sorts of players are the ones that have gone on to command a big fee. So I don't really care about the hype beforehand, as long as the manager identifies some good players, they come in and they really do give a good account for themselves, then that's all that matters to me. And I hope Bill can get a few more of those signings and Rangers can really kick on next season. But there's a lot of players that are going to be needed to be signed for Rangers this summer. Sorry, loads of players that need to be signed.
There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers. One of the famous songs they sung.
A sight I'd never seen. John says rating in City Centre at the moment, always the same for the Hampden games. Well, last year, look, I think last year was the same case. Even though we got to the Europa League final, we were stinking in the old firms for some weird reason. And you know, we gave a good account for ourselves last year. We did okay and ended up winning the game, and it was a fantastic game. That's the last Old Firm win that we've actually had. It went to extra time, but I have a weird feeling today. I have a weird feeling today that it's going to be the same. I think it's going to go to extra time. I think it's going to go to penalties. I've just got this weird feeling, but I think the Gers will win it on penalties. That's what I think is going to happen. But look, Celtic aren't as good as they make out they are. They aren't as good as they make out they are. And we're not as bad as we make us out to be. I think we're a lot better than we give ourselves credit for. I think last Sunday was a really, really, really bad match for Rangers. But I don't think we're as bad as everybody makes out. And I don't think they're as good as everybody makes out. I don't think they're as good. They're definitely there to be beaten. And I think in a cup semi-final, anything can happen. And these boys need to show up today. They need to show up and give a good account to themselves. And do it for the fans, because they've been ranked rotten all year. They've been embarrassing in the Champions League. They've been embarrassment in the league. They didn't turn up for the League Cup final. They need to, if they got something about them, they'll show up today and they'll get a win here today. Even if it's not a win, they want to put up a really good performance and cut out the individual errors, and I think we'll be okay. But I think it's going to go to penalties. My guess, I don't know. What the heck do I know? I'm not a betting man, but alright, penalties. Remember what happened last time in the penalty shootout back in 2016, man? Mental. I was in Spain watching that beautiful game. That was. That's the song.
And deep down inside,
my heart fills with pride. I remember the men
who have fought through the years. Named quite a few, but to me
and to you they were roaster volunteers.
And the man says,
I miss the good old days, says the Rangers team, says Matt Gunner. What's your penalty order? Oh, well, Tav's got to take it first. You always put your best penalty taker first. Tav in here. I think Goldton's quite a good penalty taker, believe it or not. I think Goldton's quite a good penalty taker, so I might stick Goldton in there. Your striker, Morelos, should be putting penalties away. Davo would be my next penalty taker, but he's not playing, which he's injured. I'm not seeing Nico. I've not seen Todd. Did Cantwell take penalties for Norwich? I can't remember. But yeah, it's got to be your attackers. So maybe Fashion Sakala. He's going to be starting. God help us. Raskin is injured today. Nah, not true. Fake news. Fake news. He's not injured. Grandfather's fought. On the Billy Boy, says Lindsay. Well, it's always the same. To be fair, the Handham games are the best old firms these days because of the 50-50 split. Mate, it's an absolute debacle at the moment. You see with the home games, the old firm games aren't the same as they used to be when it was a decent away allocation. But Hampden's a 50-50 split. It's always good. He's always good. Would rather play Kamara than Lundstrom speaks volume. I mean, yeah. Lundstrom, what the heck's happened to him this year? Honestly, he's cack, isn't he? He's rubbish this season. You'd have to go with Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. He got literally made him the best player in the world, honestly. The best on earth, wasn't he? I hope... We have to sing, you're the best. My worry is the fullback, says somebody. Says Louise. Yeah, I mean Barisic isn't the best player in the world, is he? Barisic is mint as well. Look, there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen in the summer. My starting 11 today would be McGregor in goal. I mean, I don't feel that confident with McGregor in goal anyway, but maybe a last outing for him. McGregor, Tavernier on the right. In the centre-backs have to be... I'll go Goldson and Suter this time. Suter's impressed me the last game that he played. And then Borna Barisic out on the left. In the midfield, we've got to have Raskin, Todd Cantwell. Gonna have to go with Lundstrom. He's the only option. I would have Davo there, but he can't go in. And then up top, it's got to be Kent, Alfredo, and who else do you go with? Oh, probably Sakala. At least Sakala has a bit of pace and does something, you know. I mean, to be fair with Sakala, he actually plays for the jersey. He kind of shows a bit of passion. He's not the best with the finishing product, but he can do something, eh? What never knew he needed surgery. Lundstrom is all right if you can have a player next to him the ability to go forward and make things happen like Nico. He needs surgery, Dan. He's getting it after the season ends. Oh, is that Lundstrom, is it? Well, hopefully he returns to how he was last season then, in that case, if he shows up. It's time for the players to stand up and be counted. No holding back. Get right into them from the first whistle. No surrender. Yeah, definitely, man. They need to show up. They need to give a good account for themselves. This is hopefully... Well, I said this at the Scottish Cup final last year. I thought, this is the last we're going to see a lot of this team. And then all of a sudden, Rangers announce a contract extension for freaking Alan McGregor. And I was like, what? Yeah, and all these players are still there. We've had a lot of these players since 2018, man. It's ready to go. Get some new players in through the door. And I wouldn't worry too much. Everyone's looking into all these freebies. Oh, I've got a dog coming in. Hello, mate. What's up? He's got his blue jumper on, ready to go for the Rangers play. Hey, you right, buddy? Hey, jump. Stop pissing about, eh? Opening doors now. He's coming. He heard the sound. He heard the tunes play, and he wanted to come up and say hello. Hello. On you go, pal. John Duncan says Celtic will win today. No chance. Nah, joking, mate. Well, something's got to give. To be fair, Celtic do look the better side at the moment. And to be fair, they've got that... do you know that... what's it? The thing, like, I think that Rangers had for a long time, especially during that 55 season. It just, no matter what Celtic did, Rangers just constantly always win. Even if Rangers showed up and played badly, Rangers would always win. At the moment, Celtic have got that weird thing that they didn't play well in the last... Well, I thought Rangers were better in the last game, certainly, but they still managed to find a way to win. So that's what they've got at the moment, Celtic, that momentum, and they've also got a lot of wins in a row. That stacks up. Rangers just haven't been able to win games at the moment. So, yeah, man team. But yeah, good to see John Duncan. John Tate loves this game. This is his biggest game of the season. Tillman in his first full season. He has a lot to learn. In 5 years, he'll be one of the top teams in Europe. He has all the raw attributes. We're in pace for Lovelace. The two strikers are available now. Decades of dominance, it must hurt. Yeah, but it's always context with the situation. It's not like the 90s, mate, where Celtic were actually in the division, where it's Rangers weren't in the division for 5-6 years. So it's always going to be the case, you know what I mean, in terms of... you always got to look at context and stuff. Volunteers of the UV. I don't think it's a popular opinion. Well, 2 seconds. Have a look in this live chat. I don't think it's a popular opinion, but Tillman is not as good as people make out. He's too flat-footed. But we haven't got any other good players at the moment. We've got absolute cack players. Tillman, I think he's got everything. I think someone just said it there. Who is it just then? Matt Gunner. I think he's got the raw attributes. I think he's got to remember he's 20 years old. He's probably the best player in our team this season. You know, so if it's 5 million quid, I'll pay it. He's got a good pedigree, Bayern pedigree. Look, Calvin Bassey come from a decent pedigree at Leicester, and all of a sudden he goes on to Ajax Amsterdam. So Tillman, yeah, take a punt on Tillman. 2 years, he'll double you the money. That's the situation. I pay £5 million for him all day long. I think Tillman could play at a higher level than the Scottish Premiership. And that's my worry. I think that he thinks that he could probably play at a higher level, and he can. So hopefully Rangers can get that deal over the line. I'm a big fan of Tillman, so I won't say not to sign him. I think Rangers should sign him. 5 million quid. Yeah, I'll take it. It's Raskin. Guys, Raskin isn't injured. It's bullcrap. It's a Twitter rumour. Probably started by a Celtic fan last night. He's not injured, man. We're coming. We're coming. Camwell can do everything. He's the best outfielder at Rangers. I'm a big fan of TC as well, man. I'm a big fan, actually. That was why I'm saying, this is why I'm reserving saying stuff about a Bill signing so far. Mate, at the moment, I'm just looking at it and going, oh, Todd Cantwell was one of those players that I was thinking to myself, I'm not excited about this one. I'm not excited about it. He's a player that can't get into a mid-table Norwich team. But sometimes you've got to realise these players can be very, very talented. And it just could be the coaching that they're having. They just don't fit into the correct team. And that was the situation with Todd Cantwell. He's come in. not really had a pre-season, not really played much games, and he's hit the ground running with Rangers for sure, and he's one of Rangers' best players. One of the first names on the team sheets for me at this moment in time. So, again, when it comes to the summer transfer window, I'm going to be open-eyed and just be like, look, Bill's got a bit of credit in the bank with me with those 2 signings. And let's see what he brings in. I know that people can get underwhelmed by championship players, but who's the other crap that we've been signing recently? We've been signing absolute dross for lots of money. At least these players don't come with risk. They come with low expectation. There's no pressure on their shoulders as such. Maybe they can get coached to be good for Bill. And let's see what happens. I'm not going to shake a shitty stick at them. I've not seen them play. I'll judge them when they start playing. They're crap. But we've signed a lot of dross over the years for lots of money as well. So, yeah. Inverness in the final. Try selling that to a global fan base. I know, man. But then again, you're not going to sell it to anyone else, really. As I said, Scottish football's dross. Apart from Rangers and Celtic, I've got to be honest. I mean, I sit and watch the Premier League. I feel Scottish football is getting worse and worse every year I watch it in terms of the actual matches. I was watching Arsenal versus Southampton the other day there. That's first v 20th, and that Southampton are a 3-1 up. It's just a more entertaining league. In the Scottish League, we've only got Rangers, Celtic, and then you kind of got the Hearts always okay, Hibs always okay, Aberdeen always all right as well. But it is dross, but, you know, we can't help the divisions, we all play it, you know? It's just what it is. You support the team, not the league. And if I had my way, I'd want Rangers to be in the English League setup, even in League 2, League 1, Championship. So, yeah, I'm all for that. You look like you've had no sleep, mate. To be fair, it's probably the camera quality, buddy. I was watching a few old games yesterday. I was watching the highlights last night of the last semi-final, and that was a good time. I just forgot that we had, because I was at the Braga game on the Thursday night for the extra time. Then we had played extra time on Thursday, and on the Sunday we played extra time against Celtic. That team last season was really, really fit, and there's some likeable characters in there, despite us already losing the league that time. And we were fighting to stop Celtic winning a treble. We were going for the double, Europa League. Oh my, I can't believe we were in the Europa League final last year. But regardless, yeah, that team was okay last year, and a lot of them players that will play today were a part of that team last season. So hopefully they can really show up and give a good account for themselves and get a win on the board. It's a trophy. These guys need to win and stop Celtic winning trebles. My goodness me. Now, I thought those days were finished, Celtic winning a treble. It's a sad existence. I said this before. I thought after the 55 season, it'd be our time to be winning trebles. It'd be our moment to go out there and win all these trophies. But now we're back to the days of Steven Gerrard, where we're like, oh, we're the underdogs in the old firm derbies, and our existence is to stop Celtic winning treble. So, as I say, hopefully we give a good accountability for ourselves today. The players freaking show up and give something. Give something for Rangers, and give something for the badge, give something for the supporters, and get behind the team, because I want to get behind this team. I want to win a trophy, for God's sake. I don't want this to be the last game of the season. It's freaking April, you know? The league's over. I want a final at least to look forward to. Something to salvage on this season. Yo, mate. Come on, then. Come say hello to everybody. Come say hello. He's got his blue jersey on. Hello, mate. Come say hello. Hey, woo. I'm on the jersey, huh? I'm on the jersey. Yeah? Ah. Footsteps of a deer. I'm going to watch Rangers v Partick over City United. Nah, no chance. Sorry, bro. I can't be on that one, Scott. As I said, I love Rangers and that, but no way. I mean, Premier League is definitely the best league to watch, man. It's more entertaining. I mean, I hate to say it as well, because I grew up supporting Rangers down south, living in England. So I hate some of the English Premier League teams and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, but it pains me to say the English Premier League is the best league and most entertaining, for sure. Irish Times survey showed 14% of football fans support Celtic. Man United and Liverpool are the biggest sports pubs in Ireland. I don't see a way out for Scottish football. Listening to these tunes. You want to listen to tunes, son, huh? Oh, Gallant Pioneer! Long time no see, Sodger. How are you, sir? Where's Sky at? Well, he was going to be making an appearance at some point. The tune's okay. Oh my god, the tune, sorry. Oh yeah, loving it. Follow. Oh my, is my thing glitching up? It's the signal. Sorry about the tunes. Let me try and make it come through the other way.
In a little town they call Belfast, I joined the UDP. I was trained in the combat with my comrades to defeat the IRA. We'll go on down to the Falls Road. We will go to Anderton Town to seek and find the IRA.
Right, guys, it'll be 2 seconds. I'll be back in a minute. 2 secs.
Kiss and the rabbits are motto, and this is what we say, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA. Well, they're men, they're some of the bravest that you'd find in Ulster today, and that is why they volunteered to join the UDA. They come from all over Ulster, from Scotland and England and Wales. And when old Ulster calls them there, their courage, well, it never fails. Well, geese and the rabbits are motto, and this is what we say, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA. 'Cause geese and the rabbits are motto, and this is what we say, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA. No, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, crossed the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and I've heard the 40s roar. I've climbed the Indian Ocean and I've sailed the China Sea, but there's a sea back home in Scotland more than all the rest to me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of rocks. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of rocks. And it's part of the really just clear green. No more I'll sail the 7 seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the earth again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday I'll join the mighty throng. With flags and banners all around, I'll proudly say sight that I have never seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my blood. And it's part of the brilliant clear blue. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my blood. It's the greenest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my blood. And it's part of the brilliant clear blue. And it's part of the brilliant clear blue.
Oh, will you stand? Oh, will you stand? Where the Ulster Volunteer Force
That's probably why, because the mic wasn't on. The mic wasn't on. I'm sorry. That's it. I muted the mic. I'm sitting there thinking, why is nothing coming through? But as I say, hopefully it sounds okay. If not, then we'll just bounce and I'll leave the tunes on till, I don't know, till we go live or something. Why not? Let's get the tunes rolling. You can, learn your style.
It's all every color stand to remember the brave of the soldiers who fought for the flag of the red hand. Oh, will you stand? Oh, will
What city were you born? What city were you born in?
you bear
London. London. My father was in the army.
the red hand?
My family are all Scottish. They moved down south. My father was in the army.
With the Ulster Volunteers, if you can, you're a man, then you stand.
It's your stand to remember and bring our lost soldiers.
I don't know if it sounds okay.
Fought for the flag of the red. Oh, where you stand.
Alright, comes through fish. Alright, guys, I'll leave you with the 2 secs.
Oh, where you
Right, what I'll do, troops, just because it's coming badly through the thing, right? What I'll do is I want to listen to some tunes anyway. I'll just leave the tunes on, right? And then I'll be back ready to go in, I don't know, let's say a few minutes. No, let's say I'll be back live very, very soon. Let's just leave the tunes on to play. Guys, I'll be interacting in the live chat, so don't go anywhere. Let's just listen to the tunes together. I'll be back all in a second.
travel the road where the brave and bold must go. Would you wear the black cockade? Would you serve the old brigade? If you can, you're a man, then you'll stand. And when the sound of the battle is over, it's shoulder to shoulder we'll stand to remember the brave young Ulster soldiers who fought for the flag of their red hand. And when the sound of the battle is over, it's shoulder to shoulder we'll stand to remember the brave young Ulster soldiers who fought for the flag of their red hand. And when the sound of the battle is over, it's shoulder to shoulder we'll stand to remember the brave young Ulster soldiers who fought for the flag of their red hand, who fought for the flag of their red hand.
In the season of 2002 on to 2003, the Celtic thought that they would win all of the trophies. Their first final was the League Cup, they were playing the Rangers team, but once again the red, white and blue fucked the hoops of green. O'Neill, he said to the Celtic boys, don't worry, that cup is rubbish. Let's get revenge on Cali Thistle. The cup we want is a Scottish. So go out and show that Cali team that Celtic are the best. But once again the boys in green got fucked by Inverness. The Celts were still in Europe, the UEFA Cup final they got to. So the Celtic team and the Celtic fans off to Spain they flew. They should have stayed at home and tried their luck at winning the national lotto, instead of going to sunny Spain to get fucked by FC Porto. All that was left for the Celtic now was to win the SPL, but they had to score a lot of goals and hope Rangers didn't play well. The Celtic tried their very best and at times played good football, but the Glasgow Rangers won the league and the Celtic won fuck all. by the BBC. He said my team were astonishingly brilliant. It was there for all to see. Astonishingly brilliant. Next season he wants the same. Well, Martin, so do the Rangers, and we'll win the treble again.
On a cold and grey November morn, as I left Belfast town, in a cold and lonely prison van, for Longcash I was bound. But my spirit was unbroken, my heart was still on fire, for soon I knew I would be with the man behind the wire. When the judge had passed his sentence and the warders took me down, I cried out, no surrender, bless the red hand and the crown, but grant me just one favor, that is my one desire. Please let me serve my sentence with the man behind the wire. There were many faces strange to me, and many that I knew, whose only crime was loyalty to the old red, white, and blue, and love for dear old Ulster, even in this darkest hour, did shine within these loyal men, the men behind the wire. So when this war is over and our victory is won, let's not forget the sacrifice made by these loyal sons. They were staunch and true for me and you, so lift your glasses higher. Where would we have been without them, the men behind the wire? Where would we have been without them, the men behind the wire?
a beggar's fun, it was the first of many old rains. You got me singing the blues. It didn't take long to realise where the Super Rally equalised. Oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. And up stepped Super Ray, it was a 50-yarder all the way. Oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. Well, I never felt more like singing the blues. The boy was the oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. Well, Anders claimed he could not see when Super Alley made it free. Oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. Well, the Ibrox fans, they wanted more, but Kevin drank all, we made it 4. Oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. Well, I never felt more like singing the blues. The days of the fire was the oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. Well, Ibrox Park, it came alive when the bold Mark Walters, he made it 5. Oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. Well, Billy McNeil went home that night and he said to his wife that the Celtic are shite. Oh, Rangers, you got me singing the blues. You got me singing the blues.
fought that evil band, and I freed my need to fly. travelled round this world, I've ever seen many a different hat. In Spain they wear the sombrero, in America the baseball cap. But the biggest laugh that I did get was when I went to Rome. There was a man out on a balcony with a half ball on his dome. Oh, Pope John Paul wears half a ball to hide his baldy heat. They say that he'll still have it on when he's lying dead. I wonder if he'd wear it if he knew when it was whole that the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal. Oh, the soldiers, they wear helmets to protect their head, and your granny, to keep warm, wears a nightcap to her bed. In Scotland there's the pipers, they're busbies looking braw, but you've got to laugh at Pope John Paul, 'cause he wears half a ball. Oh, Pope John Paul wears half a ball to hide his baldy heat. They say that he'll still have it on when he's lying dead. I wonder if he'd wear it if he knew when it was whole that the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal. Oh, the Pope, he came to Glasgow and kneeled down to kiss the ground. A little boy ran up to him and the crowd were struck dumbfound. The little boy then raised his foot and kicked a half a ball. He said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Pope, man, I was trying to score a goal." Oh, Pope John Paul wears half a ball to hide his baldy heat. They say that he'll still have it on when he's lying dead. I wonder if he'd wear it if he knew when it was whole that the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal. I remember in the papers it read King Billy was gay, but I wish those lying reporters would report on the present day. They try to make us proddies out to be a laughing stock, when the Thames they worship a man in a half-bob beads and a long white frock. Oh, Pope John Paul wears half a ball to hide his baldy heat. They say that he'll still have it on when he's lying dead. I wonder if he'd wear it if he knew when it was whole that the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal. I remember in the papers it read King Billy was gay, but I wish those lying reporters would report on the present day. They try to make us proddies out to be a laughing stock, when the Thames they worship a man in a half-bob beads and a long white frock. Oh, Pope John Paul wears half a ball to hide his baldy heat. They say that he'll still have it on when he's lying dead. I wonder if he'd wear it if he knew when it was whole that the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal. That the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal. That the ball was kicked by Michael Moles into the Celtic goal.
green. Oh no, my son, oh no, my son, it's not the way it seems. But in all their land, tormented, and something seldom shows. But in every field of gospel song, the orange will grow. The cares of all, so the cares of all.
what's that uniform in a wardrobe over there? Has it any history or medals for to bear? Has it seen the battlefields of bygone days of yore? Oh Daddy, what's that uniform you so proudly wore? Oh, see it's buckled, shining bright from the shoulders to the waist. I also see 3 letters emblazoned on its breast. The U, it stands for Ulster, and the V for volunteers. The F, it stands for the force who fights and never fears. Well, memory it strays back again to 1941, when Ulster's shores were threatened by the jackboot of the Hun. But Ulster's people rallied round, they knew they could not fear, for they knew God was on their side and the Ulster Volunteers. Oh, see it's buckled, shining bright from the shoulders to the waist. I also see 3 letters emblazoned on its breast. The U, it stands for Ulster, and the V for volunteers. The F, it stands for the force that fights and never fears. So son, please take my uniform and go and fight the foe. Fight just like your fathers did so many years ago. For Ulster it is calling, we must never fear. So take my gun, my only son, and join these volunteers. Oh, see it's buckled, shining bright from the shoulders to the waist. I also see 3 letters emblazoned on its breast. The U, it stands for Ulster, and the V for volunteers. The F, it stands for the force that fights and never fears. For Ulster it is calling, we must never
I was going to watch the Rangers one day. They were playing Aberdeen, the game was away. I left very early that Saturday morn, and I hoped that the Gers would buck the Dons. I had just arrived in Aberdeen when I glanced over to a field so green. The field was full of lambs and lots of sheep, and Aberdeen supporters with waders on their feet. I parked my car wondering what's going on. What were they doing, these supporters of the Dons? What happened next? I could not believe my eyes. Some of them had sheep and they undid their plies. Round and up and down, Dons fans rolling all over the ground, in the mud and shit and grass, showing off their big bare Aberdeen arse. I said to myself, those poor wee lambs, having to put up with these Aberdeen fans. It really is an outrage, a fucking disgrace. But some of the sheep had a smile on their face. I thought, oh my God, have they no shame, on their way to their team's home game. Looking at the time, they better be quick. Then more of them pulled out their little fucking dicks. Round and up and down, Dons fans rolling all over the ground, in the mud and shit and grass, showing off their big bare Aberdeen
Aberdeen arse. I drove off in my car to tell the police. They asked me to go with them and show them the place. So I went back and showed them where to go. Then they pulled up to the side of the road. The cops went in the field but nobody ran. The sergeant went up to an Aberdeen fan. What do you think you're doing, you silly wee bam? Who gave you permission to fuck my lamb? Round and up and down, Don's fan rolling all over the ground. In the mud and shit and grass.
Good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white from the day I'd be Rangers for life. And I vowed to my dad, if I too have a lad, I would show him the way as he did on that day. And so now here I stand with young Lyle by the hand, after walking down Paisley Road West. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. There's a great sense of pride that I feel deep inside as I'm watching the jurors, my father and son. And it's sure safe to say at the end of the game, win or lose, we will all follow on. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life.
Well, I took a trip to Eyebrows, my favorite team for to cheer, where they were playing the Glasgow Celtic on the first day of the year. Now the ground was filled to capacity as the teams come out to play. The animals sang the soldiers' song, and the people sang Dolly Gray. Now half-time it came and went, and the Glasgow Celtic were in the lead. Finian Tully was drowning everywhere, shaking his rosary beads, while the green flags, they were flying high. Celtic hearts were full of pride. The second half, sure, it started and the Rangers, they turned the tide. Won't you play up the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play up the boys in blue. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We're here to cheer for you. Now the ball goes out to Waterloo, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear your ears at Ibrox Park for the sash my father wore. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox is on the ball. He slips it through to Willie Woodbarn, then on through to Ian McCall. McCall to Billy Simpson. Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beats the Celtic centre half, and in goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jardie Young, he takes a free onto the head of William Simpson, and then goes number 3. Well, it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score. A happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Fenians once more.
I'd been in exile for some years, and my eyes filled up with tears when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. So I took a trip along just to hear some famous songs when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. I stood there all alone while the boys all down from home sang of Rangers, that team of great renown. And a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung. And a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. Now on the field below, the boys put on a show, the likes they'd never seen at Molyneux. And it's football, it was grand, from McMillan, Scott and Brand, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung. And a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. Now the league flag must come nearer with men like Bobby Shearer, the way he played at Wolverhampton town. And the world forever after would sing of Jimmy Baxter, for on his head they placed that noble crown. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung. And a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. Now I knew it had to happen, I heard a mighty roar, the famous Glasgow Rangers they had scored. And the sky was white and blue, Wolverhampton shook right through, the loyal rampant Rangers had come through. There's not a team like the Glasgow Rangers, one of the famous songs they sung. And a sight I'd never seen when they sang God Save the Queen, when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town. when the Rangers came to Wolverhampton town.
I'll remember, I'll try. It was nearly July as we walked down the road. I remember the year. There was me, there was Sam, Jimmy Sloan, and McCann would enlist in the volunteers. And the man says to me, boy, I hope you will see and remember this day all the things you've been taught. It could be now and then we will fight once again for the things that our grandfathers fought. And I swore like the rest, to the badge on my breast, to the gun in my hands, I will fight for my land. With my hands held high, I took that vow when I joined number 1 platoon. And deep down inside, my heart fills with pride. I remember the men who have fought through the years. I could name quite a few, but to me and to you, they were Ulster volunteers. And the man says to me, boy, I hope you will see and remember this day all the things you've been taught. It could be now and then, but we will strike once again for the things that our grandfathers fought. And I swore like the rest, to the badge on my breast, to the gun in my hands, I will fight for my land. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. And the man says to me, boy, I hope you will see and remember this day all the things you've been taught. It could be now and then we will fight once again for the things that our grandfathers fought. And I swore like the rest, to the badge on my breast, to the gun in my hands, I will fight for my land. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. And I joined number 1 platoon.
Let's go!
born up Shankill back in 1973. And when I was a wee young lad, I moved down to Carrie. Logie said, you wanna join a UIM? He says, who the hell are they? He says, we are all young soldiers now for the men in the UDA. So I says, I know sweat bag man, I'll be back about 5:30. And I told my brother and I told my ma, engineer skinned me alive. I says, ma, I've joined the army to fight the IRA. I'm an Ulster young militant for the men in the UDA. He said, you've lost the plot, but I's the same as you. So I will stick beside you, son, in everything you do. So go on, I see your comrades and fight the IRA. Be an Ulster young militant for the men in the UDA.
other Saturday's my half day off. It's off to the match I go. Happily we wandered down the Copeland Road, me and my wee pal Joe. We love to see the lassies with their blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Me oh my, oh how we love to see them cry. We love to see the lassies with their blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. We won the Scottish League almost every time. The League Cup's is simple too. We give some exhibitions in the Scottish Cup. We are the cup winners too. And when the Rangers win the European Cup, as we've done with the one before, we'll gather round the Ibrox 50,000 strong to give the boys an Ibrox roar. Me oh my, oh how we love to see them cry. We love to see the lassies with their blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Me oh my, oh how we love to see them cry. We love to see the lassies with their blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score.
In 1912, a home rule bill England would impose. And so Lord Carson, he did raise an army to oppose. But off to France our boys were sent, and Carson, he did say, go take our sons and tell the Huns that we are on our way. And we're coming, we are coming down the road. We're the volunteers of the UVF, and we're coming down the road. We're coming, we are coming down the road. We're the volunteers of the UVF, and we're coming down the road. And so how far have we now come? How far have we to go? And those we thought who were our friends now stand beside the foe. But take you heed, the price is high, and you will have to pay. So listen now and heed my words, for we are on our way. And we're coming, we are coming down the road. We're the 1st Battalion UVF, and we're coming down the road. We're coming, we are coming down the road. We're the 1st Battalion UVF, and we're coming down the road. We're coming, we are coming down the road. We're the volunteers of the UVF, and we're coming down the road. We're coming, we are coming down the
the Glasgow Rangers. Have you seen the boys in blue? Well, they're admired by all who know them. If you knew them, so would you. For they have played in Monaco, they have played in the USA. But the greatest game in history is the game on New Year's Day. For it's a home of famous heroes, and their praises they have been sung. Willie Waddle, Tory Gaelic, Alan Martin and George Young. And when all my life has ended, and when death has made its mark, will you scatter all my ashes on the slopes of Ibrox Park? And what the angels I'll be singing up in heaven, they're up above. I'll be singing, follow, follow, to the Rangers that I love. And with my flute I will be playing in the valleys and the glens. I'll be happy and contented when the Rangers win again. See them marching on through the years of history. It's held on high, oh, for the jersey they would do or die. Fight, fight for right, play the game, wear the badge of glory. Win, lose or draw, well, that's a Glasgow Rangers story. See them march on, banners high as they fly before you, loyal and true. On the wing to cheer the boys in blue, oh, follow they will, marching on to the songs of glory. Win, lose or draw, well, that's a Glasgow Rangers story. Win, lose or draw, well, that's a Glasgow Rangers story.
Follow
In a dear little town they call Belfast, I joined the UDA. I was trained in the combat with my comrades to defeat the IRA. We'll go on down to the Falls Road, we will go into Anderson Town to seek and find the IRA and gun those rebels down. Keith said the rabbits are motto, and this is what we say, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA. Well, they're men, they're some of the bravest that you'd find in Ulster today, and that is why they volunteered to join the UDA. They come from all over Ulster, from Scotland and England and Wales, and when old Ulster calls them there, their courage, well, it never fails. Well, Keith said the rabbits are motto, and this is what we say, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA. 'Cause Keith said the rabbits are motto, and this is what we say, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA. No, that none shall ever separate the men of the UDA.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes, and I've heard the 40s roar. I've climbed the Indian Ocean, and I've sailed the China Sea. But there's a sea back home in Scotland, more than all the rest to me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my rocks. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my rocks. And this matter that really just play a screen. No more I'll sail the seven seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the earth again, I'm back where I belong. And 3 o'clock each Saturday I'll join the mighty throng. With flags and banners all around, I'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my rocks. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my rocks. And this matter that really just play a screen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my rocks. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my rocks.
Right, guys, 2 seconds to go. Pause the Sash Bash. Thanks for joining in. We're going to be over onto the actual game. We're going to be live in about 10 minutes, guys, so be there. As I say, the build-up is on the way. Yeah, 10 minutes, guys, we'll be live, ready to go. And yeah, guys, let's do it. Thanks for joining in for the pre-match Sash Bash.